Once upon a time, there lived a boy called Jack. He lived in a cottage with his mother, and their most valuable possession was a cow called Daisy. Daisy provided fresh milk for Jack and his mother every day. They loved her very much. Sadly, the day came when Jack and his mother had no money left. Jack's mother told him that he would have to take Daisy to the market to sell her. Jack was distraught, but he knew that they had no choice. He set off to market with Daisy, feeling very sorrowful. On the way to market, Jack met a man. The man had a large, curly moustache and was wearing a sparkly yellow cloak. He stared with interest at Daisy and then said, "What a fine cow you have there, Jack." "How do you know my name?" asked Jack, confused. "I know a lot of things," chuckled the mysterious man. "For example, I know that these beans that I hold in my hand have magical powers. I will give you these incredible beans in exchange for your cow," suggested the man. "When you plant them, they will grow right up to the sky within just a few hours." "Oh no," replied Jack, "Daisy is all my mother and I must get a good price for her at the market today." "With these beans, you will never have to worry about money again," said the man persuasively. At last, Jack gave in and swapped Daisy for the beans. When Jack arrived back at his house, he skipped excitedly into the kitchen. "Are you back already, Jack?" asked his mother. "I do hope you got a good price for Daisy." "Better than that, Mother," sang Jack. "I have magical beans." He started to explain about the man he had met, but his mother was not listening. She was extremely angry. She took the beans and threw them out of the window. The next morning, Jack woke up and noticed that his bedroom was much darker than usual. A shadow fell across the room. He ran outside to investigate. Jack was astounded by what he saw in his garden. Overnight, the beans had grown into a gigantic beanstalk. It was thicker than the trunk of an ancient tree and covered in healthy green leaves. It was the most amazing plant that he had ever seen. The beanstalk went up high into the clouds. He could not see the top of it. "I will climb this beanstalk," said Jack, feeling determined. Jack was fit and strong and started to climb the beanstalk with ease. However, the higher he climbed, the harder it got to find things that he could grab onto. Soon, his limbs started to tire. "I must go on," he said to himself firmly. He grasped the beanstalk and climbed higher up into the clouds. Eventually, he reached the very top. Jack saw an enormous castle. As he stepped closer, he realized that even the door was far bigger than any he had ever seen before. It had been left slightly ajar and Jack was able to sneak inside. Inside the castle, Jack discovered that the castle belonged to a bold, bearded giant. Doing his best not to be noticed, Jack snuck into the kitchen where he discovered a hen that laid golden eggs, as well as a golden harp that played the most beautiful enchanting tunes. Jack decided to take the hen and harp as a gift for his mother. The hen was nestled happily under Jack's arm, but the harp was allowed to be grabbed by a stranger. As Jack headed towards the door, the harp cried, "Help, master!" The harp's shouting woke up the snoozing giant. He jumped up from his chair and spotted Jack. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman," he roared. The giant started to chase Jack. Jack didn't stop to look behind him. He ran with all his might. The giant got closer and closer. The giant's strides were vast, so he was able to catch up with Jack quickly. Jack reached the beanstalk and started to climb back down it. He was breathing very quickly and his heart was racing. It was not easy climbing down the beanstalk while holding onto a hen and a harp. The beanstalk shook. Jack looked upwards. The giant had got onto the beanstalk and was climbing down after him. When Jack reached the bottom of the beanstalk, he stumbled onto the ground, utterly exhausted. "Help!" he shouted at the top of his voice. He knew that the giant wasn't far behind him. Jack's mother came rushing towards the beanstalk with an axe in her hands. Without hesitation, she sprinted to the base of the beanstalk and began chopping at it frantically. The beanstalk began to wobble and a loud cry came from above them. The giant fell and crashed to the ground. He was never seen again. Jack's mother was delighted to see the golden harp and the hen. The harp now seemed happy to call Jack his new master, and the hen quickly started to lay golden eggs on Jack's command. In fact, Jack was able to sell the golden eggs to buy Daisy back. They didn't have to worry about having enough money again, and they all lived happily ever after.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more short stories for kids.